therapist gave me advice that ruined both our lives. I'm the kind of girl who falls for shiny things, just like a moth flying straight into a bug zapper. My boyfriend Nick found me at a coffee shop 6 months ago, and within a week he'd written me a handwritten love letter on actual paper, with a wax seal. I know how pathetic that sounds, but when you've spent your whole life feeling invisible, having someone look at you like you're the only person in the room hits different. He bought me jewelry I normally couldn't afford to breathe near in stores. He planned surprise picnics with fairy lights. He sent 100 roses to my job because I mentioned I was having a bad Monday. I thought I'd finally found someone who saw the real me and wanted to stay anyway. The first red flag came wrapped in an excuse so bizarre I almost laughed. We'd had this stupid argument about dishes. I went to bed angry. Around 2 a.m., I woke up to pain in my right eye, and Nick standing over me with his fist raised. When I screamed, he blinked and said he must have been sleepwalking. Said he didn't remember any of it. I wanted to believe him so badly that I googled sleep disorders for 3 hours instead of running out the door. I told my therapist, Dr. Reeves, about it at our next session. I never used Nick's real name with her. I was too embarrassed to admit I was still dating him after everything I'd shared, so I just called him this guy. Like that made it less pathetic. She listened to the sleepwalking story with her usual calm face and said, "Don't worry, we'll work through why you're making excuses for him." A month later, Nick made this comment that still makes my skin crawl. We were watching some commercial with a little girl, and Nick says, "By the way, I only want sons. I wouldn't trust myself around a daughter." I think my soul left my body. I should have left right then, but my body remembered that fist over my face and my mouth just said, "Sure." Dr. Reeves wrote a lot of notes when I told her that one. Then Nick talked about wanting me to meet his parents. "They're going to love you," he said, kissing my forehead. I was shaking in my next session. I told Dr. Reeves I didn't know if I should run from the guy or if I was overreacting. I needed someone to tell me what to do. She leaned forward and said, "This could actually be valuable. You should go. See how he behaves around his parents. Their reaction might tell you everything you need to know." She sounded so smart, so professional. So I showed up at Nick's parents' house with confidence and a casserole dish. Nick opened the door grinning like a kid on Christmas. "Babe, come in, come in." The house smelled like hot roast and something floral, like a funeral home trying too hard. I walked into the living room and my entire body turned to ice. My therapist, Dr. Reeves, was standing by the fireplace holding a glass of wine. For a second, I thought I was hallucinating. Maybe I'd finally cracked. But then Nick's dad walked over, all smiles, completely clueless. "You must be the famous girlfriend we've heard so much about." Dr. Reeves's face cycled through about 17 emotions before landing on pure rage. "This," she said, voice shaking. "This is who you're dating?" Nick looked confused and tilted his head like a dog hearing a weird noise. "Mom, what are you talking about?" And then my therapist started talking. Not to me, through me. "This girl can't keep a secret, Nick. She's just low-class trash who sits in my office crying about her daddy issues every week. You know she's been on antidepressants since she was 14? That she wet the bed until she was 12? That she thinks she's unlovable because her own mother told her she was an accident?" Every word hit like a knife in my back. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. Nick's face shifted from confused to disgusted. He actually stepped away from me like I was contagious. "Is all that true?" he asked, looking at me like I was the problem here, like his own mother wasn't committing about 15 ethics violations over pot roast. The casserole dish slipped from my hands and shattered on the hardwood. I don't remember leaving. I just remember cold air hitting my wet face and my hands shaking so hard I could barely unlock my car. I blocked Nick's number before I got home. Blocked Dr. Reeves too, which felt weird because do you even block your therapist? I filed a complaint with the licensing board the next morning.